Yeah. I think she's connecting to audio again.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Shivani.
Yeah. Hi,
Uh,
ma'am. Good
Shivani,
morning to
just one
everyone.
second. Just 1 second. Rachna, we lost you somewhere in between. So we couldn't hear the second part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah. So then the second person was my watchman, and
Okay.
the biggest exercise is to meet their eyes. When you said looking into your eyes, what is a big deal? But meeting the eye and because when you're saying your thank you, you are humbled that your stature is smaller in front
Yes.
of the person who has rendered the service, and I could feel that the magnanimity of the person who is receiving it, and he was so happy. He said, no, he's a Nepali. Nahi mem sab aisa nahi, हमको हरी सब्जी मिल रही है लॉकडाउन के लिए, तुमने
Yeah.
इतना कर रहे हो और इतनी शिद्दत से कर रहे हो, थैंक यू सो मच. And and then I came inside, and because it was, I was in that zone. कहते हैं ना कि वो you're in that wherever you go, you leave a sparkle, is what I felt yesterday. And then I thanked my Lakshmi Didi, and I said, Lakshmi Didi, आपने इतना ध्यान रख रहे हो, garam khana, because the staff is 50% and they are juggling, but my things in the morning, my hot water, everything, they make sure all my stuff is here with me, ready with the, the both the kettles, one with the. So I said, thank you so much for making this possible for me. And I have a little girl, Mena, and I said, thank you, Mena, tum itna karte ho. And then I gave them some money, and they went shopping yesterday. Money was my added sparkle, but it was such enriching. The sparkle was more on me than them. This is what I wanted to say.
That's so nice.
Everybody has experienced this, and by looking into the eye and saying it is very, very essential, as you said. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very humbling. So happy to hear that. Yeah, Shivani. Yeah. Shivani, you're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday it was really fabulous giving all these dust and all that. So sometimes when I was dusting on others, I could feel the dust on me also automatically sprinkling. And even while I was meditating in the morning,
Yeah.
I got so used to thanking. So when I was thanking my body parts, automatically the sprinkles could be felt,
You could feel
And
it.
it was even when we do it to others, they really feel we feel very happy when they are getting happy. So it was amazing.
It's amazing.
All the sessions, in fact, really enjoying doing them.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I want to say something, Ruchi.
Yeah.
That you're talking to Shivani, and this girl is such an humble person. And I don't know whether you know about her background, that one of her mamas is the one who has started Vipassana in Burma.
I know, she told me about it. Yes, Mr. Goenka.
Imagine her, yeah, Mr. Goenka. And it's so wonderful to have people with that kya bolna chahiye, energy in this group.
Absolutely. That's so true. That's so true. It's amazing. And that's why when they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. So you are actually attracting this group, if I may say so, is really on a very high energy already. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah, because I'll tell you something. Yesterday, आपने जो वो link भेजा था, and I was listening to all your talks, and somewhere, because I think it's one after the other, there came another one with Hindi. कोई हिंदी में सिखा रहा था the magic, and then she was teaching in English, and she was so lifeless, and it was so clinical, and I was just thanking you so much. I said, my God, what a profound difference between Ruchi and this person. It's called Tathastu. This
Yeah, yeah.
channel is
So,
called Tathastu.
okay,
And
okay. Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I don't know whether you know about this
Of course.
lady who's
No,
teach.
no.
Huh?
So this is the lady I did with in the month of June. Okay.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, and my gratitude
Can
because
you teach? Can you teach her now?
no, 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 no. You know,
No, why I'm
I
saying it,
think
I'm not being sarcastic or I'm
no,
not being the energy. If you can't give
yeah,
the energy while you are, when even the people are talking, look at your face, your
yeah,
react. Even if I'm not able to hear, I can see from your face whether this person is saying something happy, which you're hearing, or something which is needs attention, because your expressions are equating with what the person is saying. So it is very essential that you show your presence in all your mudras. What is you say, in
yes,
whether your face, whether your body language, whether you're smiling, whether your eyes. This girl was so inert. I'm sorry. I mean, I made my husband sit and I said, look at this and look at our Ruchi. He said, Acha, do I know her? I said,
right.
नहीं, I don't think you have met her. They
Yes.
said, तुम हमारी रुचि कह रही हो, मुझे लग रहा था मैं शायद जानता हूँ उसको. So I said,
That's so sweet. Thank you so
so that
much.
was
But I like to tell you. So when I did the whole exercise in the month of June, I did it with her, and you have to give it to her because it is because I heard her and I see her do the entire book that I was convinced, because I've been wanting to do a book reading from the start of the lockdown, but I never did it. Okay, and so my first gratitude has to go out to my sister who introduced me to this lady, Ashmi Munjal, and she said, this is how she's been doing it. Why don't you join in? And I joined in the month of June. I'll tell you, Rachna, and this is where, your vibe really attracts your tribe. She has got a very different kind of fan following happening for her. If I may use the word
I'm
fan
sure.
following, you know,
No, huh.
yeah. So
I'm rich.
yeah, she's got a very different set of people who can resonate with her, right? And I have a very different set of people who can resonate with me. So, like they say, you're not everyone's cup of tea. So, you may not
She was
resonate.
not. She was
Sometimes,
not my cup of tea.
yeah, sometimes.
Good morning, Ruchi. Whom are we
Good
talking about?
morning. Okay, there is this lady called Ashwin Munjal, and when you see the videos, she's been doing this magic exercise for the past 3-4 months, and
Oh,
she's a landmark leader, and she's got a lot of credits to her own. So, but her approach is very different from what could be my approach. So each one's got their own tribe.
No, Ruchi. I personally feel I have, I have, I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's all about how you are sensitive to you. See, if I'm not a I don't know anything about the course. That's why I'm here, right? Because I
right,
don't know anything. And there
right.
was this girl who was trying to say, I don't know which chapter was that, and she said कि मैंने ऐसे किया. मैंने कहा कि अब मैं ऐसे negative नहीं बोलूंगी about the other person. I'll say I will get rid of my what word she said, my complex. And then
Hmm.
she said, I will not say that she is not so good, but I will say that I am better. So for that, she made such a face. But she had said, ki, I like your effort. It's so nice that you are trying to work on it. But if you said this in this way, it would have been better, because you are supposed to be enlightening her or kindling that emotion in her. But the way she, and the moment she was saying it, and I knew it because I had learned it with you, because I had already done that chapter with you.
Right.
I could feel the difference. I am not saying good, bad, or ugly. I
I
said, but in this line, you need to be a very, very, each and every cell has to resonate with your students. And this is what you're doing, Ruchi, and you're doing a fabulous job. And I'm so
thank
grateful that
you.
I have attracted you, because I had not known you before. Everybody else seemed to have known you because they call you, address you as Bhabi, and like you knew about Shivani.
Yeah.
But I am so eternally grateful, and I'm sprinkling you with lots of magical dust, and may you glitter more.
You start your day with a good
Thank
note,
you.
Ruchi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so humbling. Thank you very much. But I personally believe it's like when you are ready for a particular thing, the right person will come. So she's doing it with a lot of people, and they are getting fantastic results. And I really enjoyed myself the month of June. Not that I would attend it live on her Zoom sessions, I would listen to it on YouTube just so that it would give me an idea on what to do and what not to do. It also made me realize what is it that I don't want to do, which really helped at one way. Okay. All right, moving on. Thank you so much, Rachna, for those beautiful words for me first thing in the morning. I'm super energized. We've got two beautiful chapters we're going to read, and both very positive. One, which is going to make your dreams come true. So, we're going to go back to our wish list that we had made in the start of the sessions. And the other is going to be showing our gratitude to three people today, right? And they're both lovely chapters. Who would like to read? I think today there's a lot of internet,
I can read, Ruchi.
Ruchi, you'll read? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Would anybody else like to read? Because Ruchika has read. Ruchika, have you read earlier?
I've read 8 years back.
8 years back. Okay, not right now in the session. Oh, great, super. So Ruchika is going to read. I'm so sorry. I thought you'd read with us.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, absolutely.
Ruchi, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't reply to yours asking me whether I can read. But there is a problem here with connectivity, so I
Yes.
don't want to disturb the class with the low connectivity and breaking the
Yeah.
the
No.
the stream.
Okay. No
I
problem.
would love to read though.
Okay, no problem. So let's read chapter 12 and then maybe chapter 13. You can read.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Yeah, Ruchika, you can get started.
Day 12. Magical people who made a difference. At times, our own light goes out and rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
Lovely. So at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Lovely. Yeah.
Every one of us has received help, support, or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through the encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. And then life goes on. And we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until well into the future when you look back onto your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better.
Yeah, very true. So let's go back and think of that one person who was there in your life, who held your hand at a time when you were probably not at your best. And sometimes it is not always about us not being at our best. Sometimes people around us can see so much more for us than we can see for ourselves. And I have this person to thank in my life when I was teaching in Sishya, and I had invited him, and he's a happiness coach. Murli Sundaram, and my personal mentor, my coach as well. And I had invited him to Sishya for speaking about happiness to teachers. And we've done a lot of work together, Murli and I. So he knew me from before. And he just came out of the staff room or that meeting that we had with all the teachers. And he said, "So when are you leaving the school?" So I said, Murli, why should I be leaving the school? I'm very happy here. Children are happy with me. Parents are happy. My peer group or my colleagues are happy. My management is happy with my performance. There's no reason for me to leave. And he just turned around and he said, no, but you know what? Now you're ready to move out. You're ready to start doing more things than what you're doing over here. So I'm so eternally grateful that somebody from outside came, and Murli didn't even know me that well at that time, but he only understood that probably it was time for me to move out, explore, and grow, because he said, this is as much as you can grow over here. And he was the one who even planted that idea in my head. And he said, yes, you have to grow. And sometimes you need someone like that who can push you out of your comfort zone. And we don't know who that person is. So today's this chapter is all about thinking about these three people, and it's again the magical number three, who have sometimes held your hand in your dark times, or they have been with you or pushed you out of your comfort zone. So like I said, it's not always about when you've had a bad time, but also when you have been doing well. But to make you grow to the next level, you have these people who come into your lives. Okay, and today is about that. Yeah. Ruchika?
The person may have been a teacher, a coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. They may have been a doctor, nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even knew and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core.
Exactly. Like I said, it could be someone that you know, it could be someone like a teacher, sibling, aunt, uncle, it could be a doctor, a best friend, or someone just in the passing who has sometimes made a comment to you which has been life changing for you. And today is the day that we're going to go back to three such people. Yeah. Ruchika?
My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love of those things with me, all of them affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine. For I cannot read the word
Okay.
because
For over 20 years, can you read now?
for over 20 years, my love of books eventually led to me becoming a writer, and my love of the countryside has influenced where I live throughout my life.
Where I've lived throughout my life. So she's talking about her grandmother, who not only taught her cooking, but also the love for the countryside. The love for books is what made her a writer, and the countryside is where she's lived throughout her life. Yeah, my grandmother.
My grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. At the time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave me. She is not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on my course of my life.
On the
Thank you.
course of my life. Yeah.
Today, you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day. Today, sit down and think of three extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your three people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling them or her the reasons why you are grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life.
Okay, now very important. This is an exercise you need to do in silence. This is an exercise you need to do as if the person is sitting in front of you. And this is the way that you do it. You will talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reason why you're grateful to them. So she constantly keeps coming back to the why in it, because the minute we attach, or the minute we are able to answer the why, is when we get ready with our feelings getting involved in it. And you will tell them how they have affected the course of your life. Now, the very fact that she's saying that you can imagine that the person is there, this is a time that you can talk to somebody who's no more with you in physical presence, but they're definitely around you in their soul. So it could be a parent who has passed on, or it could be somebody very close to you, very dear to you, who has passed on. So you can see a gratitude to that person today. And most definitely to also the people who are around you, who have touched you, like a teacher, a mentor, a coach, your parent, your sibling, your spouse, your in-laws, your child. It could even be your child who has taught you. You know, sometimes children really teach us some very important lessons. So it could be any one of these people. But the very fact that she says that she thanks her grandmother who's no more is an indication to us that we can thank people who were very dear to us, who are very instrumental in making us the way they are, that the way we are today, and we thank them today. But please do this exercise in complete silence with the person, taking each person at a time, and she'll tell us exactly how to do it. Yeah.
Make sure you do this magical practice with all three people in the one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude nor receive the magical results. Here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream and move to France to work as an apprentice chef. I'm living my dream, and I couldn't be happier. All because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. Shall I continue?
Yeah, continue. She's just given an example of how you will say, remember, the why is very important. Why are you thanking the person? Like I said today, because Murli on that day told me that, when are you planning to leave the school? And I asked him why. And today I have been able to grow by moving out of Sishya, then moving into Sherwood Hall, coming into an admin space, taking care of a school completely. So this wouldn't have happened, because otherwise at Sishya, I was a middle school history teacher. So my growth happened exponentially when I moved out of. So when I thank Murli, I tell him, thank you so much. You made me grow. So the why is very important. Okay. Yeah.
It's very important that you say the reasons why you are grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing the results are. You will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform.
Yeah, so it is, there's no limit to it. It doesn't say say two reasons or say three reasons why you're grateful to the person. Say as much as you want. There is no limit to that. And she says the more you're going to say it, the more you will feel it, and the more amazing the results will be for you. And this is one of the best practices of gratitude, not just what she has, not just what she's writing here, but also what I have experienced when we start to give gratitude, not just to the negative people, but also to the people who have been there for you, who have made a difference in your life. You feel the difference so much more, okay? Because your feelings are so much more genuine when you're doing it with this person, okay? All right.
If you're not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you are writing a letter. When you have completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magic power of gratitude.
That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude. So, how do we know that we are doing the gratitude correctly? And so nicely, she has explained the two steps. The first thing is that you will feel happier. So, if you are doing your gratitude list with consciousness, with intention, then you will first and foremost, it makes you feel happy. So, that's the first evidence that you are doing your gratitude correctly. The second evidence is that you will begin to attract wonderful things into your life. And as if all of that wasn't enough, happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even more happier. So it's like a chain reaction. The first time you write your gratitude list with the why, with all the feeling, the first thing, it makes you feel happy. The second thing, it attracts more good things in your life, and attracting more good things in your life is only going to make you feel more happier. And that's why it says that's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude. So this exercise is fairly simple, but please do it very mindfully in a space, like she says, when you can say your gratitude to all three people. Don't say like our breakfast, lunch, and noon. We're going to have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. No, we don't do it like that. We do all three together, whatever be the time. Even if it is late at night tonight, doesn't matter. But please do it all together and with that intention. Okay, Ruchika?
Magic practice number 10.
12.
Sorry, I cannot.
Yeah, I think it's getting cut. Is it getting cut for you on that side?
No, for me, my screen is blocking the live
Right.
on YouTube. It's
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah.
yeah, it has to be magic number 12 only today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magical people who made a difference. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day and make a list of 3 people who made a difference in your life. Work through the list one person at a time, and while talking out loud, tell each person the reason why you are grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Okay, so that's a simple chapter. It's a short chapter. It tells you very clearly what you have to do, and take a quiet moment, take some time with these 3 people that you would like to thank. And she clarifies over here. She doesn't really say it in so many words, but it's quite evident from her writing that it can be for somebody who's moved on in life in a physical sense. So you can definitely say your thank you to people who are no more with you in physical proximity, and you can say the thank you to them. But please say it with a lot of intent, by giving it a lot of energy, and that gratitude with your whys when you're going to say it will automatically make you feel very, very, very happy. Okay, so are we good to go? Pooja, I saw I think my voice is cracking, is it? No, I think it's okay. Pooja, I just saw your message, but Rachna offered. So can you read tomorrow then? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
very happy
okay.
I have my takers for tomorrow ready. Okay, Rachna, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Super. I'm just sharing this.
Can everybody hear me? Because I have an issue with my system.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So
Yeah.
anytime I see that you're breaking up or something, I'll start reading that part. Okay.
Yes.
And whenever you're ready, you can just take over.
Okay. Om
Yeah.
Sai Ram. Day 13. Make all your wishes come true. Imagination is the true magic carpet. Norman Vincent Pele 1898 to 1993. If you have been following the magical practice day by day, you have now built an amazing foundation by practicing gratitude for everything you have received and continue to receive in your life. I'm sorry, my screen is skipping, so in your life. But today is an exciting day because you're going to begin to use gratitude's magical power for your dreams and your desires.
Yeah.
Hundreds of native cultures through the centuries have traditionally given thanks for what they want before they receive it, creating elaborate ceremonies to put as much energy as they could into giving thanks. The Egyptians have celebrated the flooding of the Nile River since ancient times to ensure the continual flow of water into the river. American Indians and Australian Aborigines perform rain dances. Various African tribes perform ceremonies for their food before they hunt for it. And the very nature of power is every culture and
Very
religion.
nature of prayer.
Prayer, sorry,
Yeah.
is in every culture and religion is giving thanks before having received what is desired.
Yeah, perfect. And in our own Vedic scriptures and in our own Hindu culture, we perform a lot of these, say, homams or all these various kinds of, when we are giving a lot of gratitude in terms of these little pujas and ceremonies that we have in the house. And what is the key word over here? Even before we receive what is desired. So, for example, when we do a greh puja, when we are getting into a house and we have a housewarming, puja and everything, we don't do it after the whole house has been built or after everything is fine and we've lived in the house for 10 years and now we are saying thank you so much for the beautiful house and to, make all the energies become purified or any of that. It is done before. So very, very important and key word is for all your desires to come true and all your wishes that you have written down. You say your thank you for them even before they have happened. And this whole chapter is now going to make you understand how you need to go back to that wish list you had made on day one or your dream list you had made on day one, and how you have to rewrite that dream list in a language where you are saying thank you for it even before it has happened. So let's just go back to all the pujas and ceremonies and everything that we conduct even before the thing has actually happened. So we don't do it at the end of it, we don't do it after it has happened, but we do it before the things happen. And that's exactly what she's telling us that we need to do with our dreams and wishes list. Yes, Rachna?
The law of attraction says that like attracts like, which means you must form in your mind a likeness or an image of what you want. Then, to attract your desire to you, you have to feel as though it is yours, so that how you feel is also like how you would feel when you had what you wanted. The easiest way to do that is to be grateful for what you want before you have received it. If it ever occurred to you before to use gratitude to receive what you want, you have now discovered another of its magical powers. The very words in the holy,
Yeah, no problem. The very
scriptures
words.
promise exactly that. Whoever has gratitude now will be given more in the future, and he or she will have an abundance.
Yeah, so I'm just going to read a couple of lines from this previous paragraph, and which is very important. The easiest way to do that is to be grateful for what you want before you've received it. So please remember again and again and again, she's taking us back to ceremonies where we have done things even before it has come to us. So our gratitude for our dreams has to be now even before we have received it. If it never occurred to you before to use gratitude to receive what you want, you have now discovered another of its magical powers. So, this is a power of gratitude where what you want and what you desire, if you give your gratitude to it even before it has happened, you are sure to attract it in your life. Okay? Yeah. Rachna, gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gratitude is something you must have before you can receive, not something that you simply do after something good has happened. Most people are grateful after they receive something good. But to make all your wishes come true and change your entire life by filling it with riches in every area, you must be grateful before and after.
Yeah, so now she's emphasizing on the word and. So you are grateful for it before and after. So don't forget to say your thank you after as well. Okay, so before you have received it, we're going to give it a lot of energy and we're going to say a thank you for it. And after we have received it, we definitely say a thank you to that as well. Yes.
Though the act of being sincerely grateful for receiving your desire beforehand, you immediately form an image in your mind that you have it. You feel as though you have it and you're fulfilling your part.
Yeah. So
If you
through the
continue,
act, sorry, one
yeah,
second, through the
yeah.
act of being sincerely grateful for receiving your desire beforehand, you immediately form an image in your mind that you have it. And the word image is very important because this is where she's telling us that visualizing it as an image that you have already received it is very, very, very important. And this is where it takes us to a vision board activity, or she calls it a magic board activity. And when we come to it, I'll explain more. But visualizing it as an image, okay? So suppose there is this house that you want for yourself or you desire for yourself, and you visualize that image of the house, and then if you can take a picture and you stick it, it becomes a part of your visualization exercise. But giving gratitude right now and saying thank you so much that I have received this house, or I have made the house of my dreams, and having that image in your mind is very important. Okay.
If you continue to hold to that image and feeling, you will magically receive your desire. You won't know how you will receive it, and it is not your job to figure it out. You don't try to figure out how gravity is going to keep you on the ground when you go for a walk, do you? You trust and you know that when you go for a walk, the law of gravity will keep you firmly on the ground. Likewise, you must trust and know that when you are grateful for what you want will be magically moved to you because it is the law of the universe.
Fantastic. So we don't question and we don't ask, is the law of gravity really working? Today, when I step out and go for a walk, will I really be walking on the ground? Or suppose the law of gravity fails and suppose I start flying and I bang my head on some tree or something? We don't question. So the point here is, if we don't question and if we don't say, Arey, but I'm asking for such a big house, will I even get it? So we don't bring in the doubt in ourselves and we believe that this will happen. And this is exactly what she's trying to say. It is not your job to figure it out. Don't worry about how it is going to happen or how you're going to manifest it, but just trust and know that when you are asking for it, and before asking for it, when you're showing gratitude towards it, it is the law of the universe and you will be granted what you desire. Okay, Rachna?
What do you most want right now? At the beginning of this book, I asked you to get really clear about what you want in every area of your life. If you didn't do that earlier, now it's the time to do it. Go to the list you created now and choose your top 10 desires for this magical practice.
Rachna, you're muted.
You can select 10 desires from different areas of your life, such as money, health, home, and relationships. Or you might want to choose 10 desires in one area you really want to change, such as work or success.
Okay, so now we have all kind of understood that the theme revolves around four areas. It revolves around your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your career or growth. So now go back to that dream list that you had made at the start of your the sessions, and that was, I think, day one. And if you have not made it, then now is the time to sit down and make that list of desires. And around these four areas of your life, you may want to choose 10 desires, such as money, health, home, and relationships. Or you might want to choose 10 desires in one area you really want to change, such as work or success. So you can either have a mixed group of 10 things, or you can say, no, I want to only concentrate on my career. So I want to put down 10 desires for my career, or I want to put down 10 desires for my health, or for my finances, or for my relationships. You can do it either one of the ways. Okay. Yeah, Rachna?
Be very clear and specific about what you most want so that you can see the changes magically happen from this practice. Imagine you're putting in a major magic order with the universe for your top 10 desires. Because in truth, by using the law of attraction, that's exactly what you're doing. Sit down at a computer or with a pen and journal and create a separate list of your top 10 desires in the following way, as though you are receiving them.
Yeah,
Thank
as
you,
though you've received them. Yeah.
as though you have received them.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for fill in the blanks, and fill in the blank with your desire as though you have received it. For example, thank you, thank you, thank you for a high marks in my exams results, which got me into the exact college I wanted.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you for this one time. See very clearly and notice there is a why to the thank you. So she doesn't say thank you, thank you, thank you for the high marks in my exam results. It doesn't stop with that. Why are these exam results important? These exam results are very important because it got me into the exact college I wanted. Okay, so the why is very, very important. So notice the why in every one of them. Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for the great news that we are having a baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you for our dream home, which has everything we wanted it to have down to the last details. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the amazing phone call with my dad that has improved our relationship. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the medical results that show that I am all clear and healthy again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the unexpected money that money I received, which is the exact amount I needed for my Europe trip. Thank you, thank you for doubling of my sales figures this month. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the ideas that won us our biggest client yet. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my perfect partner.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for how easy and effortless our move was.
Yeah, a move
Right?
on. It could be a
Hmm.
move into a new house or a move into anything. She's not specific there, but effortless about
Yeah, our move
yeah,
was.
yes.
Right? Writing thank you 3 times in a row is a powerful thing to do because it prevents you from throwing the words away and increases your focus of gratitude. Saying thank you 3 times is also a magic formula. because it is the mathematical number of all new creations in the universe. For example, it takes one male and one female to create a baby. The male, female, and the baby totals 3, completing a new creation. The same rule of 3 applies to the creation of everything in the universe, including the creation of your desires. And so when you say thank you 3 times in a row, you are using the magic number of creation and a secret magic formula.
Lovely. So we've all got our answers at one level as to why the number 3. Have my screen gone blank? Yeah, sorry. So we've got our answers to the magic number 3, and I think it's beautifully explained here. It takes 2 people to create a third one, and together magic happens. So there's a male and a female, which creates a baby, and that makes it 3. And I think if we just take this one example as to why the number 3, I think we've got our answers with it. At least I've got my answer with why the magic number 3 now. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah.
The second step of make all your wishes come true involves saturating your desires with even more gratitude. You can complete the second step at any time during the day today, either at the same time as listing your top 10 desires or intermittently throughout the day.
Okay, so what she says is very clearly, just don't write down your thank you and, thank you for this desire, which is over, which will now give me whatever. Just don't leave it at that. Saturate it with gratitude. Now, what do you mean by saturated with gratitude? Fill it with a lot of feeling. Okay, now when we say this, it's a beautiful visualization exercise where, in a way, with every desire, you're getting into a daydreaming position. Suppose there is an award that you want for whatever work that you are doing. So you, when you visualize the whole thing, you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was recognized as a great salesman in my area, and which has got me more projects and recognition. Don't just leave it as a sentence, but imagine the whole process of your company, of you being called on the stage, you receiving the prize or the award from somebody very well known and whom you've always wanted to meet. You can even visualize the person from whom you would like to receive that award and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. This person is giving me the award. I'm getting a standing ovation. People are admiring what I have done. People are talking about it. My family is standing with me, and they are also happy. After that, we go for a lovely dinner together. I'm being applauded for all my things that I have done. So saturate that dream and desire with a lot more things. Don't just leave it as just a sentence. It makes a world of difference when you leave it just like that. Okay? Yeah.
To
Rachna?
saturate each of your desires with gratitude's magical power, begin with the first desire of your list and, using your imagination, mentally answer the following questions as though you have received your desire. What emotion did you feel when you received your desire? Who was the first person who told when you received your desire, and how did you tell them? What is the first great thing you did when you received your desire? Include as much detail as you can in your mind. Finally, reread each desire and really emphasize the magic word, thank you, so that you feel them as much as you can.
Yeah, lovely. So 3 sentences over here are very important, or 3 questions are very important. What emotions did you feel when you received your desire? So suppose the letter has arrived which says that you're going to be awarded for this particular, in this particular category, for the highest sales done in this area. And what is the first feeling you had? You're overjoyed, you're jumping with joy. How are you opening that letter? Who's the first person you go and tell that you received your desire? So is it going to be your spouse, your sibling, your parents, your in-laws, your child? Whom are you going and excitedly telling this news? What is the first great thing you did when you received your desire? And immediately, we have this habit, we say, oh, thank you, God, I have now received what I wanted. And so, what are you doing as a part of your behavior when you have received the news or when you are thinking about the whole thing? So, like I said, create a story around your desire. Don't just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, I have received the best salesman award in such and such area. No, you are not saturating it with gratitude. Trust me, this is very important as an exercise. Otherwise, your vision board, or like she calls it, a magic board, does not work. It does not work because you have not given it enough gratitude, enough daydreaming, enough saturation, which will magically make it happen. So, this feeling and these three questions are extremely important, and look at it from that point of view. Okay. Now, sorry, I think I went to the wrong page. Yeah.
So where do I have to start with now? You received
Move on.
your desire.
Firstly, reread each desire.
Firstly, reread each desire.
Yeah.
And that have we finished. Emphasize the magic word thank you so that you
feel
them as much as you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Move on to the second desire on your list and follow the same steps with each desire until you have completed all 10 desires. Spend at least 1 minute on each desire. If you want to do something that's really powerful and a lot of fun, you can also create a magic board where you attach pictures of your desires. Cut out the pictures and attach them to a board that's in a place where you can see it often. Place the magic word thank you, thank you, thank you in big, bold letters on your magic board. Or you can use your refrigerator as your magic board if you have a
family,
you can create a magic board as a family project because children love it. Imagine that your magic board is truly magical and that whatever you place a picture on your board is instantly being moved forward on
is instantly
towards you.
moved
It's being
towards
instantly
you.
yeah, because I have that live on YouTube coming over it, so I can't see. Sorry.
Yeah,
so I'll repeat this line. Imagine that your magic board is truly magical, and that whatever you place a picture of on your board is instantly being moved towards you. Your continued gratitude for it will magnetize it all the way into your life.
Your continued gratitude for it will magnetize it all the way into your life. Okay, so this is important. This is what we call a vision board exercise, but it is called as a magic board exercise for obvious reasons. Everything in our life is getting so magical. So this is now called a magic board exercise. And the power of images is very important. Like even now, if I tell you the word mango, okay, and I want each of you all to think about what comes to your mind when I say the word mango. For 90% of us, it is the image of a mango or a memory which is associated with the word mango, okay? And it could be an Alfonso, or it could be a Dasheri, or it could be a Gulab Khas, or it could be a Langda for all the people from Calcutta. They associate more with that particular variety of mango, but we are visualizing an image because what our brain can visualize are images. Our brain cannot visualize words, and this is something which I used to always teach my children, and is a very important part when I do mind maps with people, that we have to start thinking of images. And if we are thinking in images, why are we writing in words? We need to have more brain friendly ways of using our instead of writing everything down as words, we need to use more and more images. And that is why it makes a lot of sense for us to make this magic board. Okay, now I've been making this visualization or this vision board exercise. I have been doing it for a very long time, but after I read this and I realized what was missing was I was not saying a thank you to it aloud. I did not have thank you, thank you, thank you written on it, which would make it seem as if I have already received it. Okay, so this is a very important part. Even if you have learned how to make a vision board earlier, if you have not put in over there a thank you, thank you, thank you, then please put that in over there. You don't have to change the images on an existing vision board, but just put those words thank you over there. And also look at every image and saturate it with gratitude and say, oh, this has happened, I'm so happy this has happened, this is how I'm feeling, this is the person I have called, this is the first thing I have done as soon as this has got finalized. So visualize it and fill it or saturate it with gratitude. Okay, and I know now why my vipassana has not happened so far. I think because I have always just put a picture of vipassana over there and never really imagined or saturated myself about going for that. And I'm so confident now that I'm going to do my vipassana very soon, because now I know how I have to use the power of gratitude to do it. So whatever be your dreams, desires, the first step would be to first list it out all over again, say your thank you for it, and then saturate it with an entire story around it. I love doing this daydreaming, where I already imagine and believe that it has already happened with me. So daydream with every desire of yours, and then if you can get an image, put that image down and make it into a magic board. But don't forget to write thank you, thank you, thank you on top of it. I think that's the most important part of it all. And your continued gratitude for it will magnetize it all the way into your life. And that's how the vision board actually works, or that's how the magic board actually works. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. Rachna, can you see it?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Magic practice number 13. Make all your wishes come true. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Sit down at a computer or with a pen and journal and list your top 10 desires. Write thank you 3 times before each one, as though you've already received it. For example, thank you, thank you, thank you for your desire. Using your imagination, answer the following questions in your mind as though you have received each of your 10 desires. What emotion did you feel when you received your desire? Who was the first person you told when you received your desire? And how did you tell them? What is the first great thing you did when you received your desire? Include as much detail as you can in your mind. Finally, reread the sentence listing your desires and really emphasize the magic words, thank you, so that you feel them as much as you can. If you like, create a magic board. Cut out pictures and attach them to your magic board and put it in a place you see often. Title the board with thank you, thank you, thank you in big, bold letters across the top. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in your one hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened to you during the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you to both Ruchika and to Rachna for reading two beautiful chapters for us today. They are truly magical. So don't forget, we have two things that we need to do, which means you are going to spend about an hour with yourself. Okay, and how beautiful is that? You're going to take time out and spend one entire hour on yourself, with yourself, where you're going to be doing two important things. One, you're going to say thank you to three important people who were instrumental in helping you in your life. Like I said, it doesn't have to be in your dark and your troubled times, but also when you think everything is going right in your life, sometimes you need them even more, because you need somebody to pull you out at that time and say, you know what, you're doing good, but how are you going to do great? So how are you going to move from that position of being good to a position of becoming great? So these people are also extremely important in our life. So you are going to say thank you to these three people who are there. Remember, write down the why and write as much as you want, or talk to the person as if the person is there in your room. And if you think you don't have a quiet room, or you don't have a quiet space or any of that, use your bathroom. I'm sure you're not going to get disturbed over there, but spend that time with yourself, but do it in silence. Let's not do it as a chore, because if you're going to do it as a chore, the universe is completely understanding you're not very serious about this. And if you're not going to be serious about it, you're only going to be given a half cooked dish. So if you want it, you need to show that time and energy towards it. And the second practice is, I think, even more important, because this takes us back to all our wishes, all our desires. She's told very clearly you have 10, a list of 10 wishes and desires, which can be a mix of four things, which could be health, wealth, relationships, career, or growth. Or it could just be one thing. You could just probably say, today I'm only going to think about my health. Today I'm only going to think about how am I going to improve my financial condition. Or you're going to say, today I'm going to think about my career and my growth, or one relationship that I want, that is going to be beautiful and magical in my life. So you make a list of those, you go over the list again, which you have already created, but now you're going to rewrite the list as if you have received it. And you're going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you for this beautiful vacation I'm having in Europe with my best friends. And we are seeing, say, the Leaning Tower of Pizza, or we are eating some delicious croissants in some French restaurant, or some French, whatever. So you visualize it and you say it very, very clearly by giving it a lot of saturation. So how do you feel when you have got it? What are your feelings when you have got it? Who are the people that you are discussing it with? Or who's the first person that you go and tell that, you know what, this has happened, this is what I desired and I have now got it? And how are you reacting to the whole thing? What is your entire phase of feeling at that time? And that's what she means by saying saturated with gratitude. And even more better would be if you can go a step further and make that magic board. A magic board is very simple to make. All you need is an A3 size paper. If you don't have the A3 size paper, use an A4 size regular paper. And for your pictures, and it'll amaze you if you look at magazines that are there in your house, or if you have newspapers, or if you have a printer, then you can be very specific with what you want. Okay. And I have been wanting to go for Vipassana. I've been wanting a dog. So I'm going to be now looking at these pictures and I'm going to be putting it. I want to go on a trek back to my Everest base camp. I want to go back for more treks in Manali. So I have so many wishes and desires that I'm going to look for these pictures and I'm going to put it on the magic board and I'm going to write thank you, thank you, thank you. And exactly what Kirti also has written over here. My vision board was correct, but I know the three magical words were missing. That is thank you, thank you, thank you. And Kirti, along with putting the words down on top of your vision board, please ensure that with every image, you create a very happy story around it. And I think that is what it is. That is what it is when you say you saturate it with gratitude. Okay, so you have a beautiful 1 hour to yourself today to do these two really interesting activities, and I think both of them are wonderful. So please don't do it in a rush, please don't do it as a chore, even if it means you have to do it last thing at night, but please do it before you go to sleep. And along with that, just like we have a specified prescription when we are looking at one particular illness, but we always take our vitamins. So our vitamins, or our consistent ones, are 10 blessings that you write at the end of the day, and your magic rock. So that does not change. That's like a consistent calcium tablet, vitamin tablet, whatever tablet you're taking, that has to be taken no matter what other practice there is. Okay, so you will start your day with 10 blessings. Maybe split up the two activities. Say one time, if I don't want to give 1 hour to it together, maybe say I will finish the course, gets over by 7 or 7:10, and you write down your 10 blessings and say, in the morning now, I'm going to first sit and thank these 3 very important people in my life. If you want to call them and thank them, you can do that. If you want to send them a text and you want to let them know, that is also fine. But please speak to them as if they are there in front of you. And the reason why she says that is, for somebody who's moved on or passed on in your life, you can do this exercise for that person today. So you do that exercise maybe in the morning hours, and sometime in the evening time, you can sit down and say, okay, I'm going to pull out my desire list. I'm going to make a story around each one of my desires, and I'm going to go through the entire process and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for such and such. Because of this, now my life has become so much more enriched. I'm so much more empowered. I'm so much more happier. So whatever be the reason that you are saying it, you need to put that down as well. And if you can go another step forward, make that vision board, make that magic board. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be truly beautiful. Even if you can't do it today, the magic board exercise can be done over the weekend. But honestly, I don't think there's much of a difference between our weekdays and our weekends right now. So we can probably do it today, or we can do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. She also says it's a family project. If you would like to do it with your child, your spouse, your in-laws, your parents, whoever's there with you, sit down together and say, okay, collectively, what are the things that we want? Collectively, do we want to go on a holiday to, say, Antarctica? Collectively, do you want to say see the northern lights? Collectively, do you want to bring a new television? Collectively, what is it that we all want together, and put that up? And you can also have your independent wishes go up on a family project. Okay, so those are the 2 chapters for today. One again on your positive people, or who are the magical people that you would like to thank, and the second is the story part or the vision board part, where you do it. And yeah, Kirti says that she's already practicing the story part, which is fantastic. Um, yeah, so any sharings? We're on 6:57, so we have a little time. On any comments, anything you would like to say, share?
Ruchi,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you how many dreams and desires we have to write today? How many?
10.
10.
10.
Oh my God. So today is a major project, because,
Yes.
you know, when you saturate or soak yourself in that
Yes.
feeling, it's going to take you very long. So,
Yeah, and
okay. And
that's why I said take 1 hour for yourself today. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So Rashmi said, Rashmi has done something interesting. She's made a collage of her desires, and she's made it as a screensaver. So technology really helps. So maybe put all your images down together and make it into a collage. So every time you see your screensaver, you are again getting connected to all these things you desire. But don't forget that the saturation part has to happen right now. Okay. So your story, your entire reason for what you want has to be happening today, has to be happening right now, so that every time you take a look at the image or the magic board, you are recalling, or you're going back into that fascinating time. Right. Madhu says that she missed the magic rock session. It was, I think, on day 2. Yeah, so Roshni also says that she's made her vision board as her phone's wallpaper. I think that is so interesting, to make it where you can constantly see it. You know how technology makes things so much simpler. But let's not just do it, acha ye image dal diya, ye image dal diya, ye image dal diya, and bana diya, but make it with a lot of saturation of gratitude. So spend a lot of time with it. That's what is very, very important, and that's what is amazing. Yeah. Thank you. So Anybody else? Yeah, so magic rock exercise, Madhu was asking, it is there as I think day 2 when we had done count your blessings and the magic rock, but I can even explain it again right now very quickly. Magic rock is basically a small rock that you hold in your hand at night, and you, while you're holding the rock, you recall all the things that happened during the day, and you think of what was the best thing that happened during the day, and you say thank you to that. So basically, your magic rock is your anchor, and it makes you sleep better because you're sleeping in a happier space. And also, what you do is you recall all the beautiful things that happened during the day. So it automatically makes you feel so much more happier when you're going to bed. And so your subconscious is in a happy state, and you're much more rested when you wake up in the morning. So that's the magic rock exercise, but I think it's available on day 2 and you can see it because it's explained as a full chapter. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Madhu. I'm glad you got it. Amazing session. Thank you so much. Vision board at the beginning. Yes. Rachna, yes, we had done it as the at Nutshell Kids, but yes, the 3 words were missing. Remember, we missed out because we didn't know it at that time. So now we're going to redo it with putting the thank you over there. So thank you very much. Anybody else would like to share something, say something?
Ruchi, see,
Yes.
I happen to, talk to many friends of mine. And
Mm-hmm.
over the course, I just want to check why is this happening to me?
Hmm.
Whenever I talk and if they happen to tell me there any problem, say for example, health problem, that, I'm having a sinusitis attack. The next day, I happen to have one. My mother, when she tells me that I'm having a very bad knee, from past week, I happen to, face the knee. Why is this happening to me? In fact,
So, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, continue.
I'm
Finish.
not attracting all this. I know I'm in that space that
Hmm.
I don't attract all that. And I'm trying to find a solution for them. It
Yeah.
is not,
So,
I try to give them solutions. You can try this, you can try
hmm.
this in a very good way. But,
Hmm.
next day within 24 hours span, in my past 10 years, I've always observed this. It happens to me.
Yeah. So, they say that, am I attracting it? So, even when you say, thank God I don't have sinus or whatever, that migraine or whatever thing you're saying, a knee pain or whatever, the very fact that you're saying, I don't have whatever, the universe is not seeing don't have. What is the universe seeing? That
You have.
are asking for it. So that they don't understand. So what you
Okay.
have to say over there is, I am so grateful that I have a healthy me, or I'm so grateful that I have a mind where, again, don't use the word migraine, where I am healthy. So even when we say these things, that I am so glad I don't have this, is
Okay.
actually attracting it.
Okay.
Okay, so it is very tricky, the language of the universe, and that is why getting it right is very important. So the minute you even say that I'm so happy I don't have all these knee problems, no, you've already said that you have knee problems, because the universe doesn't understand don't have. So, how are you talking to them at that time? And then, how are you giving gratitude for a healthy body at that time is very important. I'm so glad I have a healthy body. That's all you need to say. You don't have to say, I don't have such and such, because then you're attracting that into your life. And that's where you have to be very careful. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. Okay.
Ruchi,
Yes.
Ruchi,
Uh,
if you don't mind,
yeah,
can you just
sure.
put,
Archana?
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, can you just put down all the tasks for today
I
in
will.
order?
I will.
Yeah,
I will. I'll
it
do that.
makes it
Sure.
simpler because there are too many things to do.
Yes, I understand. I understand. I'll
And
put it down.
yeah,
I'll put it down. For
okay. And
yes.
I heard all what Rachna had to say in the morning, and
Yeah.
I totally resonate with everything that she says.
Thank you so
You
much.
truly make a great difference.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. I'm so pumped in the morning and then all through the day because of everything I am
In
receiving.
fact, I'm pretty sure, Ruchi, all of us can resonate with it. All of us.
Thank you.
Maybe sometimes that's the thing. we don't happen to mention. But
Yeah,
we are always there in the thought process.
yes,
So when someone
absolutely.
puts it loud, you can
Yeah.
always resonate it so well with them.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. If it can just make little differences, I'm blessed. I can just say that.
Thank you,
Thank
Ruchi.
you.
Very nice, very
Thank
interesting.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely. If you've been wanting to do your vision board, then please do it. Hina says, I'm going to do my wish right now, my phone password, and each time I open my phone, I say it with gratitude and feel it. Wow, how nice is that? My wish right now, my phone password, and each time I open my phone, I say it with gratitude and feel it. Feel very nice each time I open my phone. How nice is that? If you have a phone,
Yeah, I wrote it wrong. I wrote
Yeah.
it wrong. My wish right now is on my phone password.
very good, very nice,
And
fantastic.
and every time I take my phone to open it, I have so much of feelings about it. I had read about it somewhere and I did it.
Lovely,
And
lovely, Hina. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I think I'm going to make my password Golden Retriever. How is that? So I think I'm going to attract that little pup in my life very soon.
One more thing I would like to share about screensaver.
Yes.
3 to 4 years back from now, I wanted a wish and I made a collage and saved it as my screensaver.
Nice.
And I'll just tell the wish. Actually, it was
Yes.
about my daughter's 10th exam
Great.
marks.
Okay.
And I that time was doing an online course.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got the exact mark on my course, not my
Wow.
daughter. Because I was seeing that every single day. I got it to the dot.
Exactly. How nice is that? So you know what? Your gratitude is going to work for you. It's not going to work for other people. Yeah. How interesting is that? Lovely. Thanks for sharing, Hina. That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Wanting to do my vision board for such a long time. So everybody is now, thank you. I'm so happy that if we can all get energized and we do our vision board today, you're in high energy.
One more thing on this group, I like to ask, Ruchi, if someone has done a soft board, what apps they have used?
They've not used a vision board. I think they have used a collage, and I can ask Rashmi. I think a pic collage would do. Pic collage is an app.
Okay.
You can put all your pictures. I don't know, Didi, which one have you used? Can you share that?
Yeah, so you have lots of these pic collage, Canva. These are different apps by which you can make collages on your phone. So what you have to do is go on the internet or your Google Images, search for the image that you find is appropriate for your wish. Download those images, and then you can make a collage of those images.
Yeah. So I think Canva is good, and pic collage is very easy to operate.
It's very easy to operate.
Very simple to operate.
Only thing is just go online, go into Google Images and search for the specific images that you think are appropriate for your wish. Download those, and just like we make a collage of all our photographs, you can make a collage of all those images.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a good
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I think that's a good fun activity, but again, let's saturate it with gratitude and just not do it as a chore. You know, that's what makes all the difference, where we constantly keep building a little story around it, which will be great. Okay. And now my MacBook says it's going to shut down unless I connect it to some power. So thank you very much. And everybody, yes, Archana, I'm going to definitely make the entire tasks for today or the exercises for today on the group and put it, and so that everybody is with us all through the day doing these things. So have a magical, beautiful day ahead. Chennai weather is on our side, and winds are there. So go out for a walk, breathe in that fresh air, and have a fantastic day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruchi.
Ruchi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruchi Bhabi. What a session. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.